Good afternoon, Chancellor, Chair of the Board of Governors, Vice-Chancellor, Governors, honoured guests, ladies, gentlemen, graduands and guests. Please be seated. My name is Sarah Raybould, and I'm the Senior Pro-Vice-Chancellor for Education and Student Experience here at the University of West London. And today it is my great honour and privilege to welcome you to this very, very special occasion. This afternoon, through the powers placed upon the university by the Privy Council and by an Act of Parliament, we will reward and celebrate the achievements of the graduates of the London College of Music, the Drama Studio London, London School of Film, Media and Design, and our partners from our academic arts institutions, Met Film School, Nexus, and the Academy of Music and Sound. There's a few. I'd like to begin by introducing who we have here on the stage this afternoon. From my immediate left, the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Peter John, CBE, the Chancellor, Mr. Lawrence Geller, CBE, the Chair of the Board of Governors, Ms. Jennifer Bernard, and members of the Board of Governors of the University, Bob Atkins, and the President of Your Students' Union, Maisie Kelly. I'd now like to invite the Chancellor, Mr. Lawrence Geller, to open the ceremony.
Chairman of the Board, Vice-Chancellor, graduands, honorary graduands, parents, family, friends, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Twickenham Stadium on a grey, dull day, except for one thing. It's your day and you're full of sunshine and light and will brighten these proceedings. God, I've been waiting all day to say that. I really have. It's an important day for you. You've worked hard, you've played hard, you've struggled, and this is your day. It's for you and your families, and so it is an important day. Just by way of background, I'm an alumnus of this wonderful institution, having started nearly 60 years ago when it was Ealing Tech, and I couldn't be more proud and privileged to play a part in today's ceremony, recognizing the terrific accomplishments of all of the graduates we have today. So not only graduates do you represent the brightest and best in our society, but more importantly, never forget, you represent this nation's future. It's not pablum, it's real. You represent the future. So on behalf of the University of West London, let me tell you, we couldn't be more proud of your incredible achievements, and they've resulted from your hard work, your persistence, your stick-to-itiveness and your sacrifice, and of course, none of us will ever forget, nor miss you, the constant sacrifices of your loved ones and families, without which so many of you just wouldn't be here today. Importantly, however, let me tell you, I couldn't be more proud of what the University of West London is and the astonishing growth and accomplishments that the past decade of incredibly hard work by the faculty has needed. They set bold plans a decade ago, they've achieved them, and have set even bolder plans for the next decade. It's an amazing case study in can-do. This university now has become recognized as being in the top 20% of all universities in this great nation. It represents meteoric growth from where we were a dozen years ago. Absolute meteoric growth. It's a case study. Not only is the University of West London the top university in London, a city of great universities for overall student satisfaction, but this university is now rated as the top modern university in the land. Okay, those are the achievements, macro achievements, and you'll hear more about them. But for me, I want to tell you what I'm especially proud of. I'm especially proud of the extraordinary diversity and mix of our student body as a whole. And I want to explain why. This university is rated in the top rank of all universities for social inclusion. 60% of our students are from black and ethnic minority groups. 60% of our students are female. 56% of our students were aged 21 or over at their point of entry to us. 51% of our students are from areas of multiple deprivation. And 66% of our students report they are the first in their families to go to university. That's why I'm so proud of this. It's a testament to the unswerving ethos and deep-rooted beliefs and values of this university, and the fact that we've achieved all of this and stuck to all of the achievements that you'll hear about and have kept to those values makes me extraordinarily proud and makes me optimistic about the future, not just for this university, but for this nation. We've earned the title of being the career university. Over 98% of our graduates are in employment within 6 months of leaving the university, and pay rates are in the top quartile. Now, for me, this much envied achievement, that percentage, that 98%, is a very clear and measurable evidence of our success. For when our students, you, are so sought after by employers, it demonstrates not only the value of what we deliver, but also the value to you, our graduates, of a UWL degree. And what finer tribute can there be to what you've studied and achieved and what you represent than being in that statistic? So you'll hear in a few minutes from our truly great Vice-Chancellor, Professor Peter John, and truly great he is, about more of the specific achievements and successes that we've hard-earned. However, when I think of the enviable and ever-increasing financial strength of the university, which puts us into the top quintile of all universities for financial performance, it allows us the rapid expansion of the campus, constantly adding new facilities and amenities and buildings, both within the campus, around the campus, and even as far afield as Oxford. These provide far-reaching specialties, more areas of expertise, more courses. Everything we do is at the leading and pioneering edge of fulfilling the needs of the future, not of yesterday. And when I think about our constantly and rapidly expanding network of international and domestic partnerships, I know that we are a shining beacon in the field of higher education and truly an example of what tomorrow's universities must become, and indeed are destined to be or are destined to fail. They must follow our example, your example. Perhaps you've gathered that I'm very proud of this place. I couldn't be more proud of it. It's made me what I am today, the little I am. Over the decades, I've been able to rely on the faculty, the alumni, people around, for advice, help, guidance, friendships, and above all, I've always known there is a safety net and there is someone to pick me up after my inevitable and multiple failures. By joining the Alumni Association and staying in touch, you will be part of an ever-expanding network, and I can promise you this, I assure you, it will be the start of a very rewarding and lifelong relationship for you. It's one that will enrich your lives in so many ways, and you will know as you go through your career and your life and your growth of your family, how increasingly much it has changed your life for the better. So graduates, soon to be graduates, know how very special you are, and know something else. You are well equipped to do your part in changing the world and make it a better place, not only for you, but for your families and for generations to come. And that isn't just words. It's the duty of educated youth to change the world. So do your duty. Never forget that, not for a minute, that the only limit to what you can achieve is your own ambition, just your own ambition. So set your goals high, fulfill your potential, make your lives and those of your families better, and know that you can, you will, and in fact you must improve society. Okay, lecture over. This is your day. You've earned it. You must enjoy it. Know that you deserve to celebrate your successes and revel in your achievements, not just for today, but forever, for you have achieved something colossal. So again, we congratulate you, and also we thank you for enriching our university by being such an essential part of its fabric. May all good things be yours, and may you be all that you can be. Thank you.
Thank you, Chancellor. I now invite the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Peter John, to address the congregation.
Now I've got to follow that. Anyway, as Lauren said, distinguished guests, graduands, honorary graduands, parents, partners, family, friends, everyone are welcome to Twickenham Stadium for today's ceremony. Now, all the people in front of me, the 3 blocks, all the graduands, all that you have achieved over the past 3 years and more, it's not been done alone. And there are people on the right, on the left, in front of you and below who've helped you on your way. So now we're going to say thank you to them. So first of all, could you all get up, please? Well done. Exam question 1 over. Right, now, this is a competition, remember? And I know you're all, a lot of you are great drama and musicians and so on, and performers. So, I'm going to use my digital enhanced swingometer to test the loudness and clarity of your cheers. After 3, could you cheer everybody who's been near you and helped you around? Give them even if they're not here, let them hear you. 1, 2, 3, go. Gosh. Right, in every ceremony so far, to get it better, I've had to do the best of 3. But because yours was so good, you've got it first time. So in good tradition, you win the Blue Peter badge. Okay? I've got one, so it does matter. So thank you for that. You won it straight off. Look at that. Perfect. Please sit down. Exam question 2. Right, now I'm going to give you a very, very brief summary of the year, just to enhance what Lawrence has mentioned. 3 or 4 points I'm going to raise. So if we can cheer at some point and clap, that would help enormously. First of all, as Lawrence said, the National Student Survey, carried out every year to test and judge the quality of teaching, learning and support and everything else. 27 questions are asked, and every student in Britain actually replies. And it gives you an indication of the quality of what we do every single day. And this year, for the first time, we got the best scores in the country, the best scores in the UK. That needs a big cheer. Now, I'm not going to gloat. I'm not going to gloat too much. I'm not going to gloat because it's so good. But we were better than Oxford, Cambridge, Imperial, UCL, Durham, St Andrews, Bristol, Manchester. I'll stop there because I could gloat too much. But that gives you an idea what a great score it was. And I'll give you some detail just to help you along. We were the first in the UK for academic support, the first for learning resources, the first for the student voice, the first for the best student union in the UK, and the top London university, and 7th in London overall. That's an incredible achievement. A little bit more detail. We had some 100% scores. That's very rare. And just to help you along, 100% scores in acting and theatre. Accounting, finance, criminology, entrepreneurship, psychology, etc., etc. But for those who are here, acting and theatre. 90% scores in many, many other areas. Graphic design, media and communications, music performance, law, construction management, and so on and so forth. Give that a cheer as well. So an incredible achievement, absolutely incredible, to be the best in the UK overall. And I must say, before I go on, one person needs to be picked out. She's hiding behind me. I know what she does. Because Sarah played a huge role in creating that, along with everybody else who did it. But could you give Sarah and everybody else a great big round of applause? Now the second big point this year was something called the Research Excellence Framework. Every 7 years, you get judged on the quality of your research. Every university in the UK gets judged. Now remember that, 7 long years, okay, to wait. The NSS is every year. You get it wrong, you've got to wait 7 years to put it right. And when you're old, 7 years really drags, okay? 7 years it's taken us to get to this point, and 2022 was the time of the result. And for the first, and remember, Britain has some of the best research universities in the world, okay? And we, for the first time, got into the top 100 in the UK for our research, the first time ever. And it might seem odd, but for me and everyone else, that was a huge, huge, huge piece of success. So could you cheer everybody who was involved in that? Just to give you an idea, nearly 70% of our research was in the world-leading and internationally excellent category. I mean, that's an incredible thing to get. And many, many of the musicians and others in this room and everywhere else were part of that. That'll give you an idea of where we went. Computer science, informatics, allied health, nursing, pharmacy, sport, leisure, tourism, music, dance and drama and performing arts were part of that. Okay? So you were world-leading and internationally excellent in that research assessment exercise. So please, please think how important that actually is. And all of that put together means, for the first time ever, we'll get a world ranking. I'll come on to that later. Now, last of all, the third is that you put all those things together and you get what's called the ranking or the league tables, where universities sit amongst their peers. And for the first time this year, in one of the league tables, the Guardian League Table, the Guardian University Guide, we were ranked 23rd in the UK. And that is an incredible achievement, to be ranked 23rd out of 140 institutions. So that's where we all stand. And in the Sunday Times, which is the hardest ranking to get, we were ranked 40th, which was still the best modern university in the UK. But we were so good, the Times decided to give us 2 University of the Year awards. We were University of the Year for the student experience and University of the Year for our teaching quality. Now that was incredible. It's never been achieved before in 40 years. So everybody involved needs a big round of applause. University of the Year twice. And you know what? We achieved that without compromising on our fundamental mission, which is to give opportunity to everyone. And we were ranked the 13th best for social inclusion. To do that without compromising that, again, is an incredible achievement. A few more points before I finish. As Lauren said, we've done well financially, and it's allowed us to purchase a small Oxford college, which dates back to 1896, and it's allowed us to purchase a big building on the Uxbridge Road in Ealing, where we will house our technology, engineering, maths, and science centre. And we will, in 2023, for the first time ever, open our first School of Medicine. I think that needs a round of applause as well. A few other points. Number one, we know it's been difficult this year with the energy crisis and energy problems, but a year ago, last year, we decided to sink 32 great big boreholes into the ground in our campuses and pull up all the ground source energy, okay? So that means everything we get doesn't necessarily cost us a great deal. Good forward thinking by me, no, a bit of luck. But the main thing is, it stops us being dependent on Russia for their gas. That deserves a cheer, at least. All right. Didn't realize that. And it's very cheap. Our international reach has expanded as well, so we've now got partnerships in Berlin, Athens, Marbella, Dublin, the Far East, Dubai, Singapore, Malaysia, Hong Kong, Thailand, and recently in Oman. And the last one I had to visit, I was forced. We've got a partnership in the Maldives. It was hell. It was sheer hell, sheer hell. But one has to do it. One has to do it. Right, finally, some personal achievements, and I don't think we should forget these. One of our great composers in the London College of Music, Professor Francis Pott, I'm sure some of you know him, was given the Medal of the Royal College of Organists, which is the highest award you can get in this country. Francis isn't here, but could you give him a big cheer for what he's achieved? And some more music successes. Little Sims. Oh, I'm glad I know her. Little Sims won the Best Newcomer in the Brit Awards this year and was also given the Mercury Prize for the Best Album, called Sometimes I Might Be an Introvert. Now, you meet Little Sims, she's not an introvert, but never mind. But two huge achievements from one of our graduates. Could you give Little Sims a big round of applause? Now, I'm sure some of you do watch The Voice on television. No? Yes? No? Yes? Okay. Well, the winner of The Voice this year was one Antonia Edwards, one of our graduates. Oh. Of course, it was inevitable. She was coached by my compatriot, Tom Jones. But there we go. Inevitable. But there have been other achievements in a different way. Part of our biomedical science team found a treatment for Crohn's disease in young adults, which is a terrible illness, and they found an answer to it. And one of our senior lecturers in pharmacology won an award to improve the treatment of retinal degeneration, a very important thing for the eyes, really, really important. And then Danusha Wiwaradeen won the National Teaching Fellowship, and one of our honorary professors, Elizabeth Anyonwu, won the Order of Merit, given by the last piece of silverware to be given out by the Queen. 2 days before she died, she got the Order of Merit. A huge, huge award. Can you give Elizabeth and everybody else a round of applause? And just to make some of the more mature in the audience, like myself, I graduated our oldest graduate recently. John McGuinness, in law, was 81. There's hope for us all yet. And last of all, Brentford Football Club, our football team. We've sponsored them, supported them for the last 10 years. And now they're in the Premiership and doing rather well. We class ourselves as a university like Brentford, sneaking up from behind and staying there, occasionally beating the big boys. Man City 2 weeks ago, 2-1. So we can occasionally beat the big boys, like we have with the NSS and so on. We can beat them. So we track Brentford because they are very similar to us. So give Brentford a big round of applause as well. Before I get to the thanks, could I just give some advice to the graduates before they become graduates, taken from research, by the way. This is into research into those who graduate and have degrees. Important, these. Number one, your children, if you get married, have children. You're not going to be married, actually. I don't know why I'm saying that. You can have children, regardless. Got out of that one quickly, didn't I? Showing my age there. Your children will have a much better chance of going to university. That's one. Number two, you will read a lot more to them, and yourselves will play a bigger role now in community life once you graduate. Believe it or not, you will also drink less. Not today, but you will drink less. You will also smoke less. No coughs there, but you will smoke less. And last of all, you will live longer. Boring life, but you will live a lot longer. Now, before I finish and make another faux pas, I'm going to say some thank yous to people who were important. Many of them are on the stage, but not. First of all, to our governing body who support the university pro bono and give us such support, such time and effort to help this university get where it is. And Jennifer Bernard, who was the chair last year as chair, could you give Jennifer and the board, some of them are on the front there, a huge round of applause for what they do. And the man on my left, Lawrence Geller, a man who loves this institution like no other, a great friend to the institution, a great friend to me personally, and he's unbelievably generous. He's given £3.5 million of his own money to support you, the university, in many, many, many different ways. And before you clap, a few weeks ago, Lawrence got married again. Oh. To his long-standing fiancée, Jenny Churchill, who was the great-granddaughter of Winston Churchill. Lawrence wanted to change his name, but she would have none of it. But Lawrence, thank you so much for what you do. And last but not least, of course, the staff of the university. Many on stage, many you see every day of your life, many at the front, many pull you through these times. Could you give them, wherever they are, who knows, wherever they are, could you give them the biggest cheer? Well, getting warmed up, which is good to see. Good rhythm you've got there, good rhythm. Anyway, please, when you go, don't forget to sign up to the alumni, as Lawrence mentioned. It's very, very important to keep in touch. There are over 100,000 UWL graduates worldwide, and it's a very important connection. If you need future development, future support, future courses, whatever, please keep in touch and sign up to the alumni group before you go. And last of all, I forgot to mention it, but overall, it's your day. You're the ones that should be thanked more than anyone. Without you, this university would be nothing. So, given what you've achieved, we're all incredibly proud, but there's one thing you're going to need, despite all your hard work, all your success, all your development, all your tutors, you're going to need one more thing to succeed, and that's called a hell of a lot of luck. So I wish you every luck in the world. Goodbye.
Thank you. Thank you, Vice-Chancellor. However, there was one very important accolade our Vice-Chancellor missed, and that was to thank the person who personally led the REF to get us such an amazing research result this year. And that person is our own Vice-Chancellor, Professor Peter Johns, CBE. And as just a little note today, the fanfare that we came into for the very first time, it was its debut performance from one of our own composition students, Anastasio Antonio. So he's not here, but he will be at the next graduation. Give him a round of applause, he's watching. So before we start the presentation of the awards, let me just explain how the ceremony will operate. The director of the London College of Music, Professor Nicholas Mackay, and the head of the London School of Film, Media and Design, Paul Lonise, will read the names of those graduates who are receiving awards in alphabetical order. Please show your appreciation of the graduates' achievements by joining us in applauding each and every student And then at the end of every student group, a really big round of applause. We will pause at various times in the proceedings to allow you to chat. No, we don't do chatting. To allow you to clap and cheer and celebrate wildly. And we really do want you to make some noise today. There cannot be too much noise, particularly from performance students and art students. It now gives me the greatest of pleasures to begin the presentation of the awards by inviting the Chancellor and Vice-Chancellor to receive the graduates from the London College of Music, Drama Studio London, and our academic partners.
I present for the award of Master of Arts in Advanced Music Technology, Tatiana Chakarova. Manu Francis. Siddharth Thakoli. Jan Vanchik. For the award of Postgraduate Diploma in Advanced Music Technology, Jack Bales. For Master of Music in Composition, Konstantina Capsoli. For Master of Music in Composition for Film and TV, Gabriel William Berger. Joa Miguel Bras Viegas. Irina Bravonova. Yubin Kim. Joseph Elliott Laird. C.R. Lee. Chetan Singh Panasar. Marta Ramirez Gonçalves Piera. Liane Galdim Marina da Cruz Silva. Luca Patrizio Taylor. And for the award of Master of Music in Electronic Music Composition, Harry Otten. Maya Genevieve Punter Bradshaw. James Richmond. Kaja Mila Riedle. And for the award of Master of Arts in Music Industry Management and Artist Development, Benjamin Colin Apex. Sarah Ann Carmody. Christopher George Sean Cohen. Dara Gamas Geraz. Amy Johnson. Reese Jones Henry. Ali Mahmoud Mohammed Lashin. Pavel Moskal. Mark Lewis Reddy. Elise Richold. Simona Zemglaiti. And if we could just pause there for a moment to give another round of applause for all of those who've just processed. And now for the award of Postgraduate Certificate in Music Industry Management and Artist Development, Ted Riley. For the award of Master of Music in Performance, Charles Paul Scott. And for the award of Master of Music in Performance, Classical Jazz Popular, Juanita Darmowan. Willem Odenem Fonesca Santos. Alexandra Stella Kula. Zhuman Liu. Leonor Rodriguez. Anna Sredic. Michael James Toolan. Yurui Wang. And now for the award from the Academy of Music and Sound for the award of Master of Music in Popular Music Performance, Sebastian Heinz. Tapo Brata. Tobias Pierce. And we welcome now graduates from Drama Studio London for the award of Master of Fine Arts in Professional Acting and Independent Production, Rosie Bridges. Jeffrey Punter. And for the award of Master of Arts in Record Production, Mohammed Ashur Ahmed Mokhtar Ahmed. Dominikas Blazevicius. Michael Francis. Fida Gull. Felipe Kalilian. Jocelyn Timothée Lip. Pauline Adrina Paul. Spencer Withy. And from Cardiff and Vale College for the award of Bachelor of Arts Honours in Electronic Music Production, Matthew Alexander Ellis. And for the award of Bachelor of Arts Honours in Live Sound Production, Jenna Caliste. And if we could have a final round of applause for all of those who've just processed. Thank you.
Sorry, I thought we'd agreed it was a large round of applause at the end of each section, please. Thank you, Nicholas. It's great that we can all celebrate together in person today, but I know there are a lot of people joining the celebrations online. And on the big screen behind me, you can see a selection of the comments coming through. Remember, if you'd like to have your message shared, you simply use the hashtag LoveUWL. And so I'd like to share a few of those congratulatory messages that we received just beforehand. One of them starts, to our wonderful graduates, a big congratulations from all of us in the library. We wish every one of you great success for the future, and we hope everything you learned unlocks the many doors that you require in the coming years. Another from a graduating student, it's been an amazing 3 years of wonderful experiences, of knowledge and learning and making friends for life. We did it. and simply from one of your own. It says, "It's been a blast, and I am so proud of all of us." Keep those messages coming, please. It now is my great pleasure to invite Professor Justin Patterson to present Mandy Parnell for the award of Doctor of Music.
Good afternoon, Chancellor, Pro-Chancellor, Chair of the Board of Governors, Vice-Chancellor, Governors, honoured guests, ladies, gentlemen, graduands and guests. This university has always been passionate and proud of its mission to widen participation in education. Today, we're going to confer a doctorate upon someone that self-identifies as a punk rocker from Essex. This punk rocker suffered from undiagnosed acute learning difficulties, and Mandy Parnell, managed to drop out of school at the age of 13 to live by the mantra, "You have to fake it to make it." At the age of 16, Mandy visited her friend Julie, who was working as a housekeeper at Richard Branson's Manor recording studio in Oxfordshire. An assistant recording engineer showed her around, and Mandy knew that this was for her. She returned to London in an era when, unlike now, educational opportunities in recording and music technology were rare, but she gained a place at the School of Audio Engineering and graduated at the age of 18. After this, Mandy worked as a tape operator, the most junior recording studio position, in lots of studios, but came upon an advertisement in Music Week magazine for an assistant engineer position at Exchange Studios. It had an imminent deadline. She hastily hand-wrote a CV, which was peppered with spelling mistakes and crossed-out text, and sent it in. Mandy secured an interview, but remembers being testy and barking out highly technical answers to questions because she was worried she needed to feed the parking meter. They had interviewed 100 people, but Mandy got the job and was subsequently mentored by the legendary Ray Staff, whom has been mastering engineer, more on that later, for the Rolling Stones, Elton John, Led Zeppelin, Muse, Pink Floyd, Jamiroquai, and the rest. Mandy found out later she'd only been invited to the interview as a joke because they wanted to see what sort of person could write such an atrocious CV. The creation of professional recorded music has numerous stages, each requiring specialist personnel. There's the recording of things like vocals and guitars, the programming of synthesizers and perhaps drum beats, and all of this is steered by a music producer, and likely fine-tuned and balanced by a mix engineer. However, mastering adds a further layer of sonic processing, and is the last artistic point before release. It needs objective ears that can assimilate thousands of often competing sonic details that often do not even occur simultaneously, and shape them all in parallel towards a creative ideal. The resulting music needs to transfer to different media, Apple Music, Spotify, CD, vinyl, or FM radio, etc. It needs to sound good over earbuds, in the car, on a hi-fi, a smart speaker, or on the kitchen radio. The artist and producer need confidence in knowing that it will work in any destination playlist on any playback system. Mandy Parnell is a mastering engineer regarded as having some of the most extraordinary ears in the business. Not in the manner of an African elephant or Mr. Spock, but in the way that she can use them in concert with technical mastery of highly specialized equipment to make a great artist sound even better every time. Something else that is remarkable is that she's able to do this across multiple genres, which is an unusual trait. When I asked her for some bragging rights, it was quite hard to get some names at first, since Mandy believes that nobody's art is better than anyone else's, and so these people did not particularly come to mind. However, out of an industry portfolio of hundreds, some names that you might be familiar with include pop legends like Sir Tom Jones, Annie Lennox, and Björk, with whom she received multiple Grammy nominations. Whoops, sorry, Mandy. Mandy has worked on mainstream pop artists like Dido, and her first #1 was Coexist by the XX. She's done jazz with Gregory Porter, Gil Scott-Heron, and Go-Go Penguin. She's done indie pop with Feist, folk with Daughter. Mandy worked with film and TV composers such as Johan Johansson and Max Richter, and post-classical artist Niels Fram. There's classic rock by Judas Priest, Pink Floyd's David Gilmour, and Radiohead producer Nigel Godrich. Lastly, I'll mention the electronica of Fever Ray, Brian Eno, and Aphex Twin. She won 2 Grammy Awards with him. Talking of awards, it's worth mentioning that too many of her records have won awards all around the globe to list here, dozens of gold and platinum records. But Mandy personally won the UK Music Producers Guild Award for Best Mastering Engineer 4 times. They then told her it really was time for someone else to win. However, there's one more award in the pipeline. Chancellor, Pro-Chancellor, Chair of the Board of Governors, Vice-Chancellor, Governors, honoured guests, ladies, gentlemen, graduands and guests, it's my personal honour to present to you Mandy Parnell for the award of Honorary Doctor of Music from the University of West London.
They told me it'd be hot, but I didn't realise it'd be this hot. I'm really sweating, so excuse me. Okay. So, good afternoon, Chancellor, Pro-Chancellor, Chair of the Board of Governors, Vice-Chancellor, Governors, honoured guests, ladies, gentlemen, graduates and guests. Graduates. Graduates. But there's a D. Okay. Sorry. I'm very humbled that you have awarded me Honorary Doctorate of Music. Thank you so much for making a dream come true. All right, I'll cry. Don't make me cry yet, you know. I've got pages, look. So back when I went to school, they did not have the understanding or the diagnosis of ADHD. I only found out that I had ADHD about 4 years ago. Crazy, I was 50 years old. I was classed as unruly, disobedient, rowdy, disruptive, uncontrollable and troublesome girl during my secondary school years. I would often finish my work before any of my classmates and then mess around in class. My teachers found me tiresome, although my marks far exceeded anyone else's. I was highly competitive with myself. The teachers didn't bring an extension of the work we were studying for me, sadly, just telling me to get on with my reading book assignment. I found this outrageous, since why, when I was studying maths and science, would I want to continue with my English literature reading? Then the other side of this is that if I didn't complete a task straight away, for whatever reason, be running out of time, getting bored or distracted, it may never be completed. It was often hard to get back to that thought path. As a result of my unruly nature and a series of unfortunate events in life, I did not complete formal education, dropping out in my early teens. By 16, I had worked in newsagents, boutiques, butchers, market stalls, cleaning public toilets and serving burgers at Wembley Stadium, doing anything I could to earn money. I started attending different courses, looking for something better to do than standing in a shop. I decided I was going to be a legal secretary. This was back in the 80s, a time before computers. All legal documents had to be typed on a typewriter and had to be perfect. You needed to be able to type an average of 70 to 80 words per minute. Not a problem, but boring as hell once I achieved it. So at 16, 17 years old, I ended up at the School of Audio Engineering, thanks to my friend Julie working at Virgin Records Studio The Manor. At the beginning of the course, there were 100 students. By the end, 10, of which 6 of us went on to work in the industry. I didn't get bored twiddling knobs all day and working on art. When I started working at the Exchange Mastering Studio at that time, we were at the forefront of technology. After a couple of years working as an assistant, I had studied the manuals for all the equipment. We were one of the first studios to install a digital audio workstation, Sonic Solutions, and I became a leading expert on it. I was waiting to be moved into disc cutting, which due to the recession, looked as if it would be another 3 years. You got it, I started to get bored. I loved learning, so I enrolled into a university to study a music information technology degree. My mother's dream for my education seemed like it was back on track. Sadly, they lost my interest in the first year. I couldn't access all the reading material, a majority being out of print. Even the British Library did not have all of them, and the ones they did, you couldn't even borrow. I then had a sabbatical from my career in New Orleans for a few years, learnt about the emotion of music transcending technology, got married and had the joy of Joplin and his sister from another mother, Taylor, in my life. When I came back to London, I carried on working at the Exchange until 2006. On leaving, I was encouraged by my colleagues outside of that studio to get involved with the Audio Engineering Society and Musicians Producers Guild. I was very intimidated as I never felt that I fitted in. Conjuring up my punk energy, off I went. For the first time in my life, I felt like I fitted in. Never being judged for my unruliness, I was accepted for me, Mandy Parnell. I'd found my tribe and I was home. My peers pushed me forward, they didn't shun me, instead championing my madness, involving me with developing technology, pushing the boundaries of theories and practices, and coming up with pioneering ideas, as well as encouraging me to mentor and give lectures and workshops around the world for the future generations. What am I learning now? Silversmithing, designing a collection of clothes, and on the medicine wheel studying shamanism. I've got ADHD, I get bored really quick, so I have to have lots of things going on at once. So I encourage you to embrace your colleagues, but from what I'm hearing about what an incredible time you students have had through here, I think you're already doing it, because you wouldn't have achieved so highly if you weren't. But yeah, I encourage you to embrace your colleagues that are different. With an ADHD, autistic brain, we process information uniquely. If we are able to embrace our energies, we will go above and beyond. We are team players, we are innovators, and we are the pioneers. I leave you with The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. Be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally. That's a hard one for me. Don't make assumptions, another hard one. Always do your best. Be the best you can be. And my mother's mantra to me when I was little, that I think is based on David Berglas, but I actually think it goes back to some French guy, I'm not sure, Nothing's impossible. Miracles take a little longer. Mama, this one's for you.
Thank you, Mandy. Truly inspirational, just as you are. I now invite the Chancellor and Vice-Chancellor to continue to receive graduates from the London College of Music and partners.
I present graduates from United Deutsche Pop for the award of Bachelor of Arts Honours in Music Management, Deborah Elizabeth Müller. Nadine Mutz. Madeline Trodfeld. And also from United Deutsche Pop for the award of Bachelor of Arts Honours in Music Technology, Marie Schwandrau. Verena Schwandrau. Harold Wilk. And for the award of Bachelor of Music Honours in Songwriting and Recording, Selena Brittany Jane Dakin. For the award of Foundation Degree in Music and Sound, James Dean. For the award of Bachelor of Music Honours in Music Performance, Alice Booth. And for the award of Bachelor of Music Honours in Music Performance and Recording, Chelsea Marion Hyde. Jude Kurakulu. And we welcome graduates from Nexus Institute of Creative Arts for the award of Bachelor of Honours. For the award of Bachelor of Arts Honours in Popular Music and Worship, Helene Backstein. Aaron James Banks. Michael Edward Bassett. Mark Ty Brower. Michael Jonathan Brown. Grace Esther Chamberlain. Aurora Bell Franklin. Joel Peter Golding. Ross Andrew Halkett. And perhaps we could just pause there for an extra round of applause for those. Lucy Elizabeth Davy Jameson. Alicia Tatum Kyra Johnson. Bethany Grace Knight. Maureen Crittenberg. Jeffrey Lamb. Noah Ling. Christopher James McLean. Dylan Samuel Myhill. Hannah Karen Parfit. Archie William Rowell. Ethan Samuel Rutter. Nia Heta Rebecca Salmi. Ed Sowell. Elise van der Kraan. Riley David van der Mary. James William Wright. And now for the award of Bachelor of Arts Honours in Acting, Kareem Jordan Harris. For Bachelor of Arts Honours in Musical Theatre, Lourdes Maria Andre Caracal. Claudia Freitas da Costa. And we welcome now graduands from Drama Studio London for the award of Bachelor of Arts Honours in Professional Acting, Tessa Chalmers. Xenia Clegg Littler. Ellery Sian Davis. Peter Kenneth Hotham Hadfield. Nicholas Heaton. Robert James. Hannah Ruth Johnson. Sophie Jane Jones. Lara Leboff. Emily Susan Lloyd. Natasha Olivia Oliver Cork. Andrew Lewis Pearce. Callum Anthony Reed. Ramor Sowone. Uzma Sheikha. Lucy Tebb. Isabel Francis Walton. Emma Grace Weston. And from Met Film School, for the award of Bachelor of Arts Honours in Screen Acting, Emma Louise May. And for the award of Bachelor of Arts Honours in Electronic Music Production, Alessandro Oralua Buono. And let's please have one final round of applause for all of those graduating.
Thank you. Thank you, Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor. Thank you, Nicholas. I would ask for another round of applause, but we'll leave it for a minute. Get your breath back. Get your hands nice and sorted. At UWL, we always put students first, and our success as a university is only because of you. It's your feedback and comments that help us to do what we do and to be who we are. And our Students' Union play a key role to ensure that your voice is always heard. Here is a short message from some of the students who have represented you as elected officers of our Students' Union.
Think back to when you started at UWL. You've probably changed a lot since then. You will have developed skills that will set you up for the rest of your life, met a great bunch of people, and hopefully had a lot of fun along the way.
We know it wouldn't be easy. It took a lot of hard work, grit, and determination, but you have done it. You graduated. You are amazing. You have helped make UWL one of the best modern universities in the UK, and we are so proud of what you have achieved. Today is all about celebrating you.
And today is not the end. You will become part of a vibrant, engaging and supportive alumni network. As a UWL graduate, you will receive lifelong expert careers advice that can help you to secure a successful and rewarding career.
All we need you to do is make sure you keep your details up to date to make sure you don't miss out on events, advice and support available to you after you graduate. Now, let's get back to the important part, celebrating you.
Marvellous. Thank you. The #1 students' union in the country, 5 years running. University of West London Students' Union. I now invite the Chancellor and the Vice-Chancellor to receive graduands from the London School of Film, Media and Design and partners.
I present graduands from the Met Film School for the award of Master of Arts in Cinematography, Ruby Ballantyne. Sanjana Badade. Lucy Carr. Clint Catwinkle. David Lowe. Isabel Morales Stetkova. Olamide Ola Isola. Nick Pace. Nicholas Sutter. Yuen Chak Matthew Tam. Nixon Wong. Siyu Yu. For the Master of Arts in Creative Media Entrepreneurship, Shamoa Lizaran Shaw. From JCA London Fashion Academy, the award of Master of Arts in Fashion Entrepreneurship in Design and Brand Innovation, Annabelle Clarice Spartan. Nada Khalil Khoury. Mariam Orchid Hadia Mohammed. Melissa Kate Newitt. Sophie Park. Let's give those guys another round of applause. Come on. For the award of Master of Arts in Filmmaking Directing from the Met Film School, Pamika Bansal. Emma Kano Grant. Jacob Dufton. Catherine Gibb. Hannah Gordon. And another round of applause. Come on. Callie Govars. Isabel Harbisher. Snehal Lath. Sarah Laurie. Roxolana Luchka. Harry Norton. Iliasianos Politis. Irina Shumavieva. Alicia Siddiqui. Katerina Segala.
Can somebody turn my mic up? Thank you. Could we just all halt for a second while I get some instruction? I am looking for a fire warden from Twickenham. If you work at Twickenham and you've got anything to do with fire safety, could you please make yourself known to the stage? Thanks, Anthony. The Deputy Vice-Chancellor is just going to go and track down and check whether there's a fire or whether this is a false alarm. I do apologise for this for a moment. I have just had the all clear by the most technical thing I know, which is somebody at the back going like this. But at least I'm terribly glad I don't have tinnitus. Please continue to receive the graduates from the London School of Film, Media and Design.
So, Andrei Shrivdov, Jianyun Xiao, for the Master of Arts in Filmmaking and Post-Production, Tanisha Agawal, Ruby Blake, Anastasia Di Modungo, Sarah Ditchfield, Ryan Lee, Chinaza Onyechi, Huck van Dyke, let's have another round of applause. Dylan Woolvin, Master of Arts in Filmmaking, Screenwriting, Alice Carney, Alexander Davidson, Sophia Farion, Hannah Geens, Alexander Kirkham, Dan Millen, Emmanuel Neti Katia Moonblatt, Luke Norton, Enrique Pereira Diaz, and for the Master of Arts in Filmmaking Producing, Anna Corbu, Colette Maria de Grazia, Gloria Gonzalez Artiega, Ivan Kendemir, Noemi Kornova, Talia Lamont, Emily Mason, Lara Oke, Theodore Otway, Amy Page, Alexander Peck, Sophie Polonsky, and John Saad. Yana Tulisa, let's have another round of applause, please, for those guys. I present graduands from Deutsche Pop for the award of Bachelor of Arts Honours in Fashion and Textiles, Nicole Burian. Jette Mosler, for the award of Bachelor of Arts Honours in Fashion Branding and Marketing, Anissa Gill. Giziere Oye Jimmi, Simran Sidhu, for the award of Bachelor of Arts Honours in Graphic Design, Visual Communication and Illustration, Dalia Al-Zoebi. Zeynep Kokaman. Leah Alexandra Sheddil. the award of Bachelor of Arts Honours in Photography, Laura Eichholzer. Tess Holzer. Jessica Kuhne. Marvin Ringer. And another round of applause. For the award of Bachelor of Arts Honours in Broadcast and Digital Journalism, Dexter Dibao. Misha Eliana. Anya. Grace Isabel Fiona Torrance. From Screenspace, the award of Bachelor of Arts Honours in Content, Media and Film Production, Mia Louise Bali Patel. Telma Philippa Santos Cabral. For the award of Bachelor of Arts Honours in English and Film, Amira Mogul. Bachelor of Arts Honours in Games Design and Animation, Tariq Hassan Nathan Burbridge. Yuan Alfred William Tuffrey Jones. For the Diploma of Higher Education in Journalism, Marwa El Bakali. And another round of applause. Again from Deutsche Pop, for the award of Bachelor of Arts Honours in Media Reporter, Lucy Janina Bentro. Pia Katerina Dolesh. Garda L. Swoki. Francisca Liselotte Falk. Carlotta Maria Koch. Khaled Roth. Kathy Lisa Zwiener. And again from the Met Film School for the award of Bachelor of Arts Honours in Practical Filmmaking, Nicole Atala. Anna Louise Stanley. Marcus Peter Stevens. And Bazak Unsakal.
Thank you, Paul. And a huge round of applause for our graduates from the London College of Music, Drama Studio London, London School of Film, Media and Design, Cardiff and Vale, United Deutsche Pop, AMS, Nexus and Met Film School. There will be a couple more times that you can raise the roof. Well, you did it. Your knowledge, your skills, your tenacity, and your dreams have all been rewarded by your hard work. And we are incredibly proud of your achievements, and I am privileged to be the first person to officially congratulate you as graduates of the University of West London. And I'm really delighted that I met many of you either in person or virtually by video on your very first day when you studied with us. And in that welcome, I said, welcome to a partnership with the University of West London, who will always support you. And I stand by that statement today, and it is certainly not the end. We're excited to be continuing your journey with you, whether that's in employment or further studies. UWL will be here to offer advice and support. This might be helping you continue to use the library or seeking information from the careers team, or you continuing to shape the university as a postgraduate student if you are here as an undergraduate today. Whatever direction you take, we look forward to being proud of your future successes. One small way we're able to see if we are supporting you is through the Graduate Outcomes Survey, and I'm delighted to present a short video explaining how that survey will measure your graduate employability.
Congratulations, you did it. We're really proud of all you've achieved here at your time at UWL and can't wait to see where your degree takes you next. UWL graduates work all over the world, so please let us know what you've been up to when you're contacted about the Graduate Outcomes Survey. Graduate Outcomes Survey is a national survey of all higher education graduates, and you'll be invited to take part about 15 months after graduation. You'll be asked about whether you're working, studying, or doing something else. It's quick and it's easy, and your responses can go a long way to providing useful information and career advice for everyone. So, don't be shy, share your success.
So please do keep in touch. You will always be an important part of this university. Now, I do realize that right now, all that is keeping you from beginning your real celebration is me, so I'll crack on. But before we finish, I've got some great news for you. We're going to be using the live stream that we've been doing all day today to produce individualized personal videos of your big day. This is a special gift from your university that will be sent to you. We hope you'll share this with family and friends on social media, and the clip will be with you before Christmas, but not tomorrow, so don't start emailing asking where it is. In drawing this afternoon to a close, I have one final reflection. The qualification that you have worked so very hard for with the University of West London is an amazingly powerful thing. It has the power to transform your life, the lives of your family and friends, and the lives of people you may never meet. So, be responsible. Go change the world. Congratulations. Chancellor, Chair of the Board of Governors, Vice-Chancellor, Governors, honoured guests, ladies, gentlemen, graduates and guests, this brings the ceremony to an end. But please join us for light refreshments in the lock, which is found on level 3 of the stadium, and to reach it, you can simply exit from the doors either side of the stage. If you've not yet had the opportunity to have your official photos taken, then don't worry, because you can also do that in the live room before you head to the lock. But right now, I would ask that you please stand for the closing fanfare and remain standing while the procession leaves the hall. Thank you.